Okay. Moving on, we have the race for Precinct 4 County Commissioner. Jimmy Parker is the Republican nominee. Thomas E. Hockaday is the incumbent and the Democratic nominee. As they're on the ballot, that's how they're going to speak. Jimmy Parker goes first.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Parker. First off, I want to thank the Tribune for holding this forum tonight. I am prepared to serve as the first Republican Commissioner in Titus County for Precinct 4. My life of public service has prepared me to serve in this position. I am familiar with all types of machinery. I am familiar with budgets and balance sheets from 13 years on the Chapel Hill School Board and as a deacon of Calvary Baptist Church. I spent years serving the county as a volunteer firefighter for the North Texas Volunteer Fire Department, and I am committed to working with all areas of county government. Most of all, I'm committing to the taxpayers to keep the taxpayers informed on how their tax dollars are being spent, and to work with my constituents to build the best community possible. I have several areas of concern. Number one, there's over $500,000 in carryover tax money that has not been spent just in Precinct 4. I'm all about conserving and spending cuts, but why is it that money is still in the county fund rather than in the taxpayer's pocket? Number two, the Loop project could have been handled better, with better representation to the landowners. Many landowners feel they have had their land taken from them without fair compensation and then taken to court to force compliance. Much of this could have been avoided with open communication and/or commissioner action. Mr. Hockaday claims the best roads in Titus County, and I've found that the roads in the middle of the precinct are in pretty good shape. Although to the north there are some bridges in need of immediate attention. Several do not even have railings, which is very dangerous. To the south, the trees have grown over the road so badly that we could hardly get a tanker through to get to a fire. There's also trash littering the sides of the road. Number four, due to the economic downturn and loss of jobs in our area, I am prepared to work diligently to attract new industry as well as small businesses to Titus County. I was born in Morris County. I married my wife Barbara 36 years ago this month and moved to the Chapel Hill community. We have owned and operated our own business as an S-Corp for just over 30 years. 20 years of that same time I worked for Dr. Pepper Bottling and R&M Vending as service manager. We raised 2 sons on the farm, and I'm proud of their accomplishments. I am very blessed and will consider it a blessing to serve as Commissioner of Titus County Precinct 4.
I want to thank the Tribune for this opportunity to express our thoughts and directions that we should go in this county. I am Thomas E. Hockaday. I am the County Commissioner of Precinct 4. And I'm not a career politician. You can tell by, if you could hear my knees, you'd know that. My wife, Rebay, I have 2 sons and 6 grandchildren. I graduated from Mount Pleasant High School. I attended Southern State University. I have 80 hours of college credits. I have 400 hours of continuing education with B.G. Young Institute at Texas A&M. I am one of only 32 commissioners in the state of Texas that graduated with the curriculum 2000 from Texas A&M. I believe you can have all the education and experience in the world, but the 2 most important qualifications for serving as a public official are: 1, old-fashioned common sense; 2, an ability to relate to people and put yourself in their shoes. And I'm always a taxpayer first before I'm anything else. This county lowered the tax rate last year, and I asked each elected official to lower their budget by 5%. I think if you ask someone to do something, you need to do it and do it a little better than they did. And I lowered my budget by 11%. County revenue sources are extremely limited, and under current statutes, counties are forced to rely upon property taxes to fund necessary services. And you all know what those services are: your justice department, your judges, your courts, your law enforcement, and all of that comes out of that revenue, all your bookkeeping. So the taxes has to pay for every bit of that, because you got to be pretty prudent to make the taxes go. And my pledge is to continue to work to lower taxes and better services for Titus County. Out of 254 counties in the state, we're number 37 from the bottom, and we're probably lower than that, because there have been some that's raised their taxes. This past year, we resurfaced over 15 miles of county road. We mow the right-of-way 3 times a year. We keep all the brush picked up. Titus County is up to date in technology. Of course, if you know technology, it changes day to day, and by the time you get caught up, you're behind again. Looking at the population growth, and if we as commissioners had not did the things that we did back in the early 90s, then this county, you couldn't even get the courthouse. And we've done all these things, the justice centers, and redone the annex, and everything we've done without a tax increase. The city gave us the land, and the county built a senior citizen meal center back in like 97, 96. Titus County Cares, we furnish financial support for that. There's an old saying that a person is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong they are until you put them in hot water. And I can tell you, this Commissioner's Court has been through some hot water. We've had lawsuits, removals from office, personnel issues, and we've resolved all these things with Titus County always coming first.
Time, Thomas.
I just started. I got 2 more pages.
You get back first on the first question. Yeah. Progress has been slow on the new loop. There have also been complaints about the way right-of-way negotiations have been handled. In retrospect, was hiring paid transportation a mistake, and should Titus County make a change?
We hire paid contractors. They started with us back in '05. They had done 6 projects. They were the only construction company and engineers that had done any of these projects. That's the reason we went with them. We hired them, and we don't negotiate the prices on the land. They do that. We hire them to do the complete job. And I don't think that we would change from them at all, because they've got the experience to do it.
As far as the paid construction, I have been in the process since midweek last week trying to get a copy of the contract for paid construction. I had some questions, and have had some folks that have asked me some questions about it, and I feel like that paid construction could have handled it a little bit better. I think that from what I have picked up so far, without the contract in my hand, is that paid construction and the county will benefit by the money that is saved from the property owners as they're buying up property. For example, if paid acquires your property for $100,000 less than you think it's worth, then they could potentially see savings of a bonus of $55,000. So there are just things that have gone on that with some of the property owners that I have talked to, that They are not satisfied with the way things have gone. They tried to get representation and haven't been able to. They tried to talk to Pate, and it seems like that every time they try to talk to them that they get to run around. So.
Thank you. Yeah, we can have a vote.
There's not a bonus for Pate Construction. They do not get a bonus if they save money. The only person that gets the bonus is the taxpayers. That money that on your tax, if you're paying taxes on that loop, that's the only money that's saved. And that goes towards the construction. They don't get a bonus, we don't get a bonus, we don't save anything. Taxpayers' money.
Okay. Jimmy, you go first on this one. Will the Precinct 4 budget need to increase next year, stay the same, or can it be reduced further?
I feel like that the budget has got several places that it can be cut. From last year up through September of this year, there was a $543,000 carryover in just Precinct 4, and if there's that kind of a carryover, that's 91% of the budget for this year. If there's that kind of carryover, there's got to be some places that it can be cut. I realize that some of the larger equipment is purchased out of this, but I mean, there's got to be a reason for that much carryover money in the budget.
Thomas?
I've already cut my budget by 11%. That's more than anybody else in the county cut theirs. And talk about carryover money, that's how you buy your equipment. When I first went into office, I didn't have anything but even run. And I made a pledge that I would save money and cut corners, and I've done that, working my hands. And we have strived to have money to buy equipment when we need it. And we've got good equipment, and that money is, every precinct carries over. But that money is what we've saved, and not cut corners to save it either.
Thomas, just go ahead and stay up there. You're up on the next one. Are you satisfied with the state of the roads in Precinct 4, and can they be improved?
Of course not, I'm not satisfied. I'd like for every one of them to be like a highway. But that's impossible when you're paying $70 a barrel for oil, and you know you just can't do it with $70 oil. And I continue to upgrade the roads in Titus County. I don't know, he must have been in Morris County when he was on those roads, because I have the mail carriers tell me, the rural mail carriers stop my guys all the time and tell us about our roads being better. So, you know, we joined Morris County, so evidently they went across the line somewhere.
Jimmy?
Robert, would you ask a question again, please?
Sir, are you satisfied with the state of the roads in Precinct 4, and can they be improved?
The roads in Precinct 4, like I stated a while ago, are the middle of it is in good shape. I have pictures and several people that would be more than glad to tell you the north end and the south end of the precinct is not near what the center of the precinct is. Like I say, I've got pictures, and I know there's improvement out there. I know a person is limited to what they can do because, just like Thomas said, of the prices of the oil and other things that they have to purchase. But there's some bridges up on the north end of the precinct, that one in particular that there's no railings or anything on. In fact, last October we had a lady in a Jeep Cherokee that was washed off the bridge, and her car was about 100 yards down the creek. Luckily she didn't drown, but there's no kind of railings or anything on that bridge to prevent anything like that.